Alright, hi everyone. Happy fall. Welcome to my backyard. So I have kind of an update for you guys on how I feel like carrying the channel. I felt like to create a video dedicated to something that I should know everything about the subject. You know, whatever I'm speaking about. I felt like I had to kind of master it to share it with you guys. What I want to do is be able to share my experiences with you guys, what I'm learning while I'm learning them, to hopefully give you the best quality of content that I can, rather than trying to master something and teach it to you guys. I would feel very detached, you know, not present with the experience I'm having if I somehow knew all the answers, you know, which nobody does. Like, no one does. Okay. Anyway, that's just where we're starting here. That's where we're headed. For the fall equinox, I went to a beautiful sound bath. It was absolutely amazing, with my teacher and soul sister, Alicia McNaughton. I'll go ahead and link her stuff, you know, her info and whatever down below. So we got to kind of mingle and like talk amongst ourselves and talk about our experience during the sound bath and the meditation, you know. So I sat down with Alicia and I was telling her my experiences. Just to preface this, I've never been able to find or discover what kind of starseed I am, like what star family I'm from. Which always seemed a little bit silly for me. I thought there was a reason maybe why I couldn't know yet, you know. We sat there for like, I don't know how many minutes. Maybe it was probably like 5 minutes. But in that reading, I learned so much. She had 2 copies of a book called Soul Mastery by Suzanne Taylor Shear. Okay, you know what? I'll bring you guys the book. I have it in my house. I'll show it to you in a sec. One of the things that the book confirmed, but Alicia had mentioned, that I'd never heard of before was parallel souls. I'd never heard of that term before. And I'll tell you a little bit about my experience. I'm still learning things. I definitely don't know all there is to know about parallels. When I find out more, I'd love to do a little video for you guys about it. But this is what the connection I have with it and what it's meant to me so far, and what it means to me knowing that I am a parallel now, amongst other things, but I also will talk about that later in the video. Being a parallel means that I am here and now, but I'm also, my soul is also living other lives. You could call them parallel lives if you want, though they're not exactly the same as this one. It explains a lot. It explains why ever since forever I've been called spacey, you know, out of it. Sometimes I'd wake up from my sleep and I'd feel like I was still in my dreams, you know. That's another story for another video about dream walking and stuff. It is such a relief to finally learn this about myself, because I thought I had to sit here and learn how to be so grounded that there was no way that I was, you know, going to be spacey, that I couldn't relate to the people around me or whatever. It's like everything felt really distant. So that's why we're here. And in knowing all this information about myself, I have given myself the freedom in knowing what is actually going on behind the scenes, what I'm actually going through. It means that I could kind of claim my power, knowing that I can do this and I can connect with these other parts of myself, you know, that are experiencing different things, that I could learn from that personally. It means that if I want to be right here, right now, I can, you know. I could live in this present moment, because how crazy is that? How crazy is it to be alive right now on Earth? Like, that's so crazy. When you really think about it, what are the chances? What are the chances? So you could, if you're parallel, which maybe you are because you're watching this right now, think about that. Take a moment, take a breath. Think, man, this is weird, but I'm so, so grateful. I'm grateful that I can take my power back. I'm grateful that there's a reason for me being that make sense now. I thought I was having off days. I thought that, yeah, I thought I was still in my dreams, clearly exhausted. I thought, like, oh, I didn't sleep well, I'm not eating enough, I have low blood sugar. But really, it was just stressing me out. I think to have the information I do now means that I could actually... I'm getting closer and closer to learning more about myself and who I am on a deeper level. Ooh, okay. It says it's like 4 things to understand about parallel souls. Take it all with a grain of salt. Dreams are interdimensional experiences. That's kind of cool. Okay. That's the end of this part. I'll have the next part playing right now. Hi everyone. Okay. Isn't this spot super cute? Thing is, I don't have something to put you guys on, honestly, because my tripod broke and it's also been a few days. I'm feeling a little rough around the edges today, not gonna lie. I found this book, the one that I told you I would bring out for you guys. Focus on the book, please. By Suzanne Taylor Shear, I think is how you pronounce it. I think I left off on blueprinters, so the easiest way to look at it is there's blueprint originators, blueprint translators, and blueprint deliverers, roughly. Just those 3 to like simplify things. A blueprint originator. Okay, someone has a blueprint of a house. They would be a blueprint originator. They have a blueprint to a house. They give it to the blueprint translator. And then they translate it to the person making it. Like, this is the blueprint. Those are doors. That's a closet. That's a window, you know. And then the blueprint deliverer takes that information and then turns it into like an actual house. That's probably the best way of looking at it. I am a blueprint translator and deliverer. And that is shown through, you know, my artwork, delivering blueprints through you guys. That is me translating and delivering it to you via YouTube or through my art. So Hadar. When I found out I was part of that star system, I felt this tremendous amount of familiarity, of family, of together and connectedness that I never really felt before. It was so crazy because it felt like for once I was actually a part of something, you know, bigger than me. I mean, we all have a purpose and there's a lot going on that's bigger than ourselves, but like, it felt good. There are people out there that understood, you know? I mean, we all, every now and then, like, look up to the sky, look up at the stars and think, like, that there's someone up there listening, you know? Alright, so the story of Hadar goes roughly that, and there's, like, a lot of different ways the story has been told. I don't know exactly. I don't want to mess anything up, so I'm just going to simplify it. Hadar being an incredible planet of love, unconditional love, joy, as well as the beings living on the planet and the planet itself. Another star race decided they were going to invade and enslave a lot of the Hadarians. Some of them did become slaves to this race. Those people that wanted to steal their love from them because they couldn't give or receive any love for themselves, they wanted to take it from others. And Hadarian is in a place to fight back and kind of protect themselves. I mean, love is like all they knew, you know? So they were either enslaved or they fled. Yeah, which is also another way that we came to Earth. But those two ways, usually, or to also help, you know? Help in the place that Earth is at now. So that's the story about the Hadarians, roughly. One of the ways that it really clicked was what that meant for the relationships I've been in. My whole life, like, whether I'd like to admit it or not, was kind of always centered around relationships I had with people. That wasn't always saying, like, that I needed anyone's validation or needed anyone to... I felt like I needed relationships. Oh my god. Relationships were one of the most, like, important things in life. Good or bad, like, they seemed to really matter to me, like, a lot. And I just thought everyone was like that, you know? I was always in and out of relationships, some long, some super short, some, like, amazing, some really toxic relationships, too. And that's another thing that kind of came through in learning about Hadarians was what that means in relationships. Not only really great ones, but especially the toxic ones. The need and want to bring love, whatever area of your life that you're trying to do that, and especially in a bad relationship. I mean, sometimes you just have to let it go, but it's hard sometimes because you're like, oh, but I love them, or, oh, I could fix it with love, you know? Yeah, because, yeah. So the feeling of Hadarian energy is, one of unconditional love, but it's not like the kind that kind of makes you want to go to sleep. You know how there's, like a very loving, calming, soothing vibration that, like, I'm at bliss, I'm at peace, I could fall asleep right now. It wasn't like that. It's more like I'm filled with excitement and joy, you know, for whatever's coming next. I'm gonna have fun. I feel so much love for everything right now, you know? It all sounds great, which is actually really awesome. Like, it's a perfect pick-me-up. If you're ever feeling tired or something for the day, just breathe in that Hadarian energy and you're like up and excited again. Yeah, but really, I had recently found out that I was getting ovarian cysts. They were just extremely painful. And I could do another video on that if you guys are interested, because I don't take hormonal birth control or anything. For reasons I could definitely get into on another video. There's so many, like, different stuff. But I started getting that pain, and I knew it was that pain, and I knew it was those cramps about to come on, and I was like, I'm about to head into work, you know? And then I stopped myself, and I breathed in that energy, and I had heard that Hadarian energy also helps with fertility issues and the reproductive system and stuff. So I haven't had actually any cramps or anything since then. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I think it actually does help. I feel like maybe even my ovulation pain and ovarian cysts, I feel like that was a sign at this point. Like a sign telling me that I'm missing something, I'm not connecting to who I am, you know? And then as soon as I did that and I kind of discovered this about myself, owning it, and also one thing, telling myself that I'm safe, that no one could, you know, no one could take this away from me, you know? Which was something that also goes back to the story I was telling you. A little mini history lesson about a lot of Hadarians being enslaved or having to flee, you know, from people trying to take their love and light. But quite literally, that is something that is now my source of, like, protection. I feel protected by it. I feel safe. I feel extremely supported. I feel energized by it. Yeah, and just really excited. And I think that was all I was going to share with you guys. Again, here's that book that I really, really suggest you guys take a look at if you can. And then coming up, I am going to do a video on books that I recommend. I'm also excited to announce that I made my bath salts finally, if you don't already know. They are extremely small batch, so I haven't been having to advertise a whole bunch yet. But I'm going to, the more that I make and the more popular they get. But like, I have pumpkin spice bath salts, I have Halloween bath salts, Christmas bath salts, you know, a sleepy time one that like makes you fall asleep, and then they're all infused with golden Reiki energy. Really fun stuff, so I'll do a video on that pretty soon. But yeah, that's kind of all I have for you guys. I really hope that you have a great day, a great fall, enjoy the weather, enjoy your coffee, your water, whatever, stay hydrated, keep reading. If you like this video, like it if you want. If you don't, then don't, that's okay too. Check out my website, www.yourmagicalsolutions.weebly.com, for any readings, questions, information, whatever. And have a good one. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.